From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. We are talking about Despicable Me 2 as Susie completely tried to break me there. It did not succeed. She rolled a 1 and it's completely backfired on her because she is dying of laughter now. How the tables have turned.
I know you don't look as fierce as your wolf there.
Oh, wolf.
Where do you see a wolf?
My wolf looks better though.
I am the best wolf.
You're not a wolf, you're a dragon.
Oh, you mean...
She right though.
Okay. So you meant that. I get that now. But we're talking about Despicable Me 2. How are you doing, Susie?
I'm doing great now that I made you look.
I didn't know that was a wolf. I thought that was a dog. It's perfectly fine. Will's playing Hades in the background.
Oh yeah, I am.
Oh god.
How far have you gotten in that before?
I decided to restart because I could.
That doesn't tell me how far you've gotten. Have you beaten Hades before?
I had beaten Hades before.
I've gotten to Hades once. He wiped me with the floor. I tried it again. Could get back
Did you
there.
sound like James Spader?
Why would it sound like James Spader? Wouldn't it be James Woods? The guy who played Hades in Hercules? You know, the Disney movie? Is that where you're going with? No, it didn't,
Yeah.
and I was very upset about that.
Did he have blue hair at least?
No. What's going on? Classic Sonic Adventures Minions eating ice cream. And that song has been stuck in my head the whole week after watching it. Like that whole ice cream party.
Well.
That's what ice cream parties should have been like, for school, but they weren't.
So I took ice cream cones and I made cupcakes in the ice cream cones.
I have an idea for later.
Is your wife there?
No, she's not. I was just playing to the wall. Given the impression that she was.
I was waiting for you to punch the wall.
All right, Susie. So we're talking everything Minion right now. And Gru's love life. You made some questions to give us a little review basis to stick upon. Go.
Wait, hold on.
That would be not the time to draw a blank.
No, I did. Discord went off and my Discord switched and it all messed me up. What are your thoughts on the Hero Club? And I put hero in quotations.
Are you talking about the AVL? Right? No?
Anti-Villains League, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
My brain said you said AVO, my brain processed something about an aneurysm and then had a preceding aneurysm before I caught up to you.
I was not a fan of Sheep's Butt, or whatever his name is, Ramsbottom, the head honcho with the AVL. I thought he was a huge dick and bothered me completely every time he talked.
Well, yeah.
Will, what are your thoughts on the AVL?
I thought they were funny.
Funny how, like a clown? Do I amuse you?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
What up with that? As I'm still killing your wife over here, Susie. I know you asked the question, but now it is your turn to answer it.
So I like certain aspects of the Anti-Villain League,
Mm-hmm.
but I really compare it to a Ghetto Justice League.
A Ghetto Justice League?
Yeah, Ghetto.
I guess. Not like there's many of them.
No, and they really don't have superpowers, but they're there, to help help the people.
Yeah.
Just to see how many times I can put air quotes up in the air. Right? I forgot where I was going.
Probably the next question.
What are your thoughts of the overall story?
Bad guy turns good guy. Wants to be good guy for good girl. Thinks he doesn't have good girl, but then gets good girl. It's every teenage romantic comedy ever made in a Despicable Me movie with minions.
And kids!
Yes. Hell, even the oldest, can't think of her name. Who does Margot is falling in love in this movie. It just felt like the story outside of the normal bad versus good was a teenage romantic comedy movie.
I mean, for me, it felt kind of like you have that underlying arc, like that underlying story of like, guy meets girl, have romance.
After getting zapped to the fucking face.
Yeah. But I feel like they took it to like the next level in that it's a working dad, a single working dad, and he meets this amazing girl and he wants to improve himself for her the way he improved himself for his girls.
I need that belt buckle. We do.
So, I mean, I really liked the storyline. I really don't like. I personally don't think that it could have been improved on. I think they did it really well.
Oh, they added so much like heartfelt, so much comedy. Like I can't see where they could have diverted going any other way.
But they did do character development, which a lot of times is what we see in movies like this is they're kind of stagnant. Like some of the side characters are kind of stagnant, but even Kevin, Stu, and Bob, they had character development in this one.
Once again, Gru, I think, had the most character development because you see that he's just now all about his girls, which is good for him. But then by the end of the movie, he's like, but it's my turn to be happy too. So now, he's got Lucy, he's got the girls, you have the minions doing I Swear, and the YMCA is the Village People, which... That's the only YMCA I think I ever want to hear now, not the actual song. It has to be the Minions version.
Oh my god, the Minions version is amazing.
Will, what are your thoughts on the question Susie just asked about 2.5 minutes ago? About the overall story of the movie.
I actually liked it because it was like, okay, this is Gru's life after being, like, giving up the villain.
Yeah. Was there anything in this movie that you were like they could have did without?
I don't know. I liked the whole thing. I know.
Yeah. I think the only thing I didn't like was like Nefario's like whole thing being like Nefario just kind of like leaving them.
Yeah, that was kind of out of place because I don't know. That kind of pulled me the wrong way, but then I kind of figured we would see him later, and sure as poop, we definitely did. What's the next one, Susie?
Nefario's just like old reliable. He's great. Favorite scene?
Hold on. Old reliable?
Yeah.
He left he left them, and you're still. He's old, reliable. He'll be back.
Exactly.
My favorite scene though is the kids, the minions, Dr. Nefario, and Gru on the helicopter as they're just unloading that jam into all the minions that just turned evil. Made me really want a Gatling gun.
I just want a t-shirt launcher, and you want a Gatling gun?
Okay, let me phrase this. A Gatling gun that shoots Twinkies.
You would forever make your wife a very happy woman.
I would make a lot of fat people happy.
Were her ears ringing?
I'm gonna start typing my will.
Well, what's your favorite scene?
Just completely broke Susie once again. Add that to the clicker.
No, because if you make your will, I'm gonna have to make my will, and my will is over there, and he's already pre-made, so I'm all set.
All right, Will. We get your practicing to be the next contestant on the Millionaire. But we actually need a answer. What was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene was the one about the. No, I actually liked when the minions kept getting kidnapped and turned into the psycho.
Oh my god, I love the purple minions.
Can we talk about the minions that are all dressed up that aren't in the overalls? A French-made minion, a cowboy that looks like not a cowboy, but a house cleaner, like a pool boy minion. Once again, those are parents' jokes there. This movie had all the right funny and heartfelt and crazy.
I feel like this movie did it better.
Yes.
With the nice subtle jokes.
Yeah.
Because the kids would have just thought it was funny that they were dressed up as those. We would have gotten the actual joke.
I was laughing my butt off when they were doing the 21 fart gun salute. And the Fario goes, I heard 22. It's a minion's just over there laughing.
Uh-huh.
Because that would be Paul.
That entirely would be Paul. I'm not entirely convinced that Paul is not Nefario.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a minion. With farts.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, but no.
Paul's farts has nothing on a will bomb.
I am God.
So my favorite scene is he finally gets the girl. Because I'm gonna continue this while AJ dies. You just killed AJ. He turned red.
Good.
Why is that good?
Good. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing my job right.
Rude. Rude. Very rude.
Need a date night far away from me.
But then it's not fun. I mean, it is, but you know.
Wait, but AJ, we have date night on Friday.
That's if Friday is still good. I might have stuff to do on Friday. But back to Despicable Me 2 and our review of it.
Hey, AJ, can you guess my favorite characters?
The Minions?
No.
The daughters?
No, it's minions, but no, there's three specific.
Stuart, Bob, and Kevin.
Yes.
I don't know why Italy a Disney trip from 2014 made me remember Kevin's name. Which, if you want that story, I'll give you that story real fast.
Well, the other thing I was gonna say is the only other character that I would have picked here is Margot because of how much character development she has in this movie. She's growing up.
I want that nacho hat. The guacamole sombrero. What?
Only if you wear it to Disney.
Olay. Crunch. Crunch.
Well, who are your characters?
Gru and Bob.
Bob. Mine, I think, had to be Gru. If you want to throw in Margot, you can, but I really, once again, thought Steve Carell and Gru had the most development in this movie. Granted, I just couldn't stop laughing through the whole hour and 30 minutes. Because right off the bat with the lipstick taser, that is 100% something Susie would have,
Absolutely.
and would torture the living shit out of everybody with it. Like, wouldn't shock people in the face like you saw in the movie. No. What she'll do is, I will be walking by, or Will, or Paul. She wouldn't fuck with James. She wouldn't fuck with Mikey. No, it would be one of us three idiots that she would press a button, it would grab onto our ass, and we'd go through the roof. She's not denying any of this.
Nope.
Because her sick head would be like, I wonder how high AJ can jump. Which we already know how high AJ can jump. We watched Scary Movies last year.
The lizard's tank turns off at 7.
And where's AJ? In the upstairs master bath.
Actually, you would have been in Ethan's bedroom.
That would have even been scarier. My head just sticking up. Hi, Ethan.
Yeah.
So we got any more questions as we've completely gone off the rails here and just entertained ourselves?
Between the 4 movies that we have watched.
Yes.
4 movies that we have watched. Who is your favorite villain?
Scarlet Overkill.
Any particular reason or just because?
Because I feel like she's been the most dastardly. She doesn't care about who she screws over. She wants what she wants, and got it and still wasn't happy.
Now, all I'm mentioning is if you've ever seen The Wacky Races.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
That's all I'm imagining right now.
Weren't those the 2 people that always chased Rocky and Bullwinkle too?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you just put that in my head?
You're welcome.
Now I got the Russian voices in my head too now.
Who's your favorite villain so far while I let AJ recover?
I like the banana.
That was very descriptive.
Yeah, I know.
What did the banana do to the minions?
Banana was the truth.
Banana!
Banana.
The banana was the true villain. Okay.
But actually, I'm with AJ on this. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna disagree with you right there. Wild Knuckles was the best villain.
Yeah, but he ended up being a good guy.
He's not a good guy. They're all villains.
Okay, but
He
not.
was still a villain, even though he was helping Gru like defeat another villain task. Like that doesn't make him a good guy.
It does not make him good guy. Or however it said in Wreck-It Ralph.
How is it in all of these movies we end up back to Wreck-It Ralph?
I don't know.
Like every single one of these movies, we have ended up in Wreck-It Ralph.
I don't like this. Disney is everywhere. Disney is God.
I've decided the little girl that Agnes is freaking Vanellope. There you go. I said it.
I can see that. I hate that now. Why? Susie, shut up. Will! I'm kidding. Susie, we had any more questions?
No, but can I give my favorite villain?
Shit. Is it yourself?
You forgot me. It's always myself. It's always myself. I am always the best villain. I'm only second to Paul.
No, Paul's down here. You're like...
No, get on Paul's bad side. He puts me to shame.
Paul has a bad side?
Yes, Paul has backside.
Well, I know he's got a backside.
I meant to say bad side, but it came out as back, and I just done.
All right, Susie. Who is your favorite villain?
Need to what's my boy? So, because I can't pick any of the movies that we haven't seen, I am going to say that my favorite villain for right now is Vector. My favorite villain has not been seen yet.
I didn't. After a week of talking about Despicable Me 1, did Vector kind of remind you of Mandark at all?
Yes. Yes, he does. Absolutely.
From Dexter's Laboratory?
Mm.
Okay. It literally just, in my head. And so, with that being said, are you excited for doing Despicable Me 3 next week?
Yes.
Are you excited about our House of Dragons episode that comes out tomorrow?
Yes.
Which, that's some Inception shit right there for the people that know. But we'll be doing that every Wednesday until the end of the season, when then we will have a big spoiler-heavy episode about the whole season. But Susie, what do we have after Despicable Me 3? If you don't have it open, I can do it.
I will get it open in a second, but I can talk about our Halloween episodes, which I did not pick this year.
You really keep throwing that in there so you don't get blamed for shit.
Yeah, for when I scream in terror, everybody understands that it's all your fault.
So here's the thing, Susie. We're not doing them in person like we have been. We're going to be doing them on Zoom or Discord.
Yeah.
Is that going to be worse? Will's just going to pop up.
People here. And there's nobody here and I'm watching it by myself.
Why do I feel like all your lights are going to be on?
No, not all my lights are going to be on. I, however, might be visiting friends to watch this movie.
That late at night? Oh, well, you're always free to come over. I don't see why not.
So, after we finish our Despicable Me franchise, we're moving on to Thor: Love and Thunder.
Boom, boom, bang. Doo, doo.
And then we are going to cover The Boys Season 3, which I guess I have to watch.
Not gonna lie. You said Thor: Love and Thunder, and I fully expected Will to turn into the goat.
You didn't turn into the goat. Shame on you.
Ah!
There it goes. There it goes. Okay. So we have Thor: Love and Thunder, The Boys Season 3, Loki, Raya and the Last Dragon, and then we have our Halloween spectacular.
It's Halloween, everybody.
So this year we are doing Freaky, Child's Play from 1988, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984, and Halloween from 1978. And anybody who knows me knows that I hate slasher films. We literally picked slasher films.
I picked slasher films because you got to pick last year.
I got to pick the last 2 years, so this is all you.
Yeah, so it was my turn.
It was your turn.
But I did like how we've been doing themes with these. Like, last year it was Stephen King. This year it's slasher, which I will tell you, I have not seen any of these movies. None. I know I'm behind the ball.
I don't watch slasher movies, so I have never seen these. The only one I wanted to watch was Freaky, because it's a Freaky Friday mashup. It's gonna be awesome.
Horror Freaky Friday.
Yeah, it's Horror Freaky Friday, so I'm super excited about that.
So is I. But shall we get to our ending stuff now?
I think the only other thing that I think that's, and then we have our Christmas thing. So
Which Christmas is always fun. Nerdmas.
nerd miss.
Which I gotta go find those videos, those openings. Oh, we're gonna need animations to those made.
Yep, we'll get there.
Yeah.
I also would like to do a shout out
Oh shit.
to Carly, who persevered through sickness to get us last week's episode, last week's cover, which you will not see until you would have seen if you looked at the audio clip from last week.
Mm-hmm.
And this week she is persevering and she's running a little behind, but that's okay. And you'll see it on the audio clip from on Friday. We will make sure to post it and put it everywhere so you guys can see her awesome, fantabulous artwork.
Speaking of our audio episodes, I think the date is September 2nd? No. September 7th is going to be the first time we are switching our audio episodes. They are going to come out the following day, Wednesday night. Starting then. So, that way people don't have to wait until Friday to listen to our episodes.
And then I'm going to do another shout out to my awesome husband behind me who has started his streaming career.
I'm a streamer now. I'm one of the big boys. Not really, but I exist.
Why did you
Pokemon,
say it like that?
Because you're my big boy. Yum, 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 yum.
I need a doll.
So we will make sure that those links get posted somewhere in the video, along with my sister-in-law, who is running an awesome
she should already be down there.
Wax thing, melting couture. Amazing sense. It's definitely pop culture, so take a look at that. Have any questions, feel free to message us or message her. And you message us, we'll get the message along and make sure you get prompt answering. But definitely reach out. She's more than willing to answer your questions and hear suggestions. Right now, actually, we are looking for a scent. What scent would you use to describe a nerd? My answer was unacceptable, so I would like to hear somebody else's input.
Was it sweat and dirty socks?
Pretty much.
Sweat and Mountain Dew.
What does America's ass smell like?
Wet and dirty socks?
Will, where can people find you?
Right now, I'm playing Hades. Right now, you can find me in hell because I'm playing Hades.
Me too. Me too.
Tomorrow, you can find me trying to get a shiny Regice
On
twitch.tv/Pokemon Trainer Melis.
And we will make sure that all of his links are posted on our group page, as well as it'll be posted on our Twitter and his Twitter. So you will find them in multiple places to be able to go watch his stream. Please go watch. He's a treat to watch, especially when I'm joining in on the streams, because I'm very entertaining when he's talking. You never know what's going to come out.
That's the scary part. And that's why I usually have a mute button queued up so I can just,
Oh no, I do it in chat because there's a lag time, which makes my life so much better. Especially when I'm upstairs making dinner and he's streaming. I'm like, hey.
Susie, where can people find you?
Editing his videos, doing my homework, and getting ready for Disney.
You still got a long way to go before Disney.
A month,
We literally have a month.
It's gonna be a long month.
It is. It really is.
It's gonna be a month. And considering the fact that my boss looked at me, he's like, oh, by the way, I took away your vacation time today. And I was like, no, you didn't. He was completely joking. Nobody come at me with that's a violation. He was completely joking, but I was like, dude, no, I'm going. I have an army that will load me into a car and take me.
I will shove you in a suitcase like you're one of Jeff Dunham's puppets.
I would fit in a suitcase.
We're gonna go to Rob Paulson now. We're gonna go to Rob Paulson for my outro.
Hey, you guys, this is 625 here from Lilo and Stitch. Some people think of me as AJ Coppola. I don't care. Just follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Twitch at NDTA JalasStar15, and Xbox and PSN at AJ All-Star 15. I should have said AJ All-Star, but I'm a sandwich maker. What the hell do I know? Do yourself a favor. Go get yourself a hot fudge marshmallow tuna fish and ham sandwich. All right? Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Despicable Me 2 review. Next week, we're doing Despicable Me 3, followed by Thor for Love and Thunder, which it's going to be an interesting next couple weeks, couple months, because we're going to have to do a lot of recording within the next couple weeks.
Yeah, because we're going on vacation.
Don't act like you don't enjoy this, because I very much do. I enjoy going live now that we can actually talk to some of our viewers.
I was actually going to add in, not only make sure you check us out next week for Despicable Me 3, but also check us out every Wednesday where we review a TV show. Specifically this time, House of Dragon, because that's what we're both watching.
Hey!
Well, right now I think we're just doing House of Dragons. Oh no, we could have done this for a lot of other TV shows. Why am I just thinking of this now?
That's what I'm saying, AJ.
I'm going down a rabbit hole.
AJ.
Oh no.
AJ. Bye!
Bye, everybody!
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.